Am I here? What's going on? Oh. Oh. Oh, it's come through now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Late with Catbox show. It's for you. I love you. All these people are happy to see you. Are you gonna say hi? I guess not. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, maybes, and gentlemen, to the Late with Catbox show. It is a late night chat show without a plan. We are. Oh, of course. Desktop's muted. Sorry, I had Cowboys. I couldn't hear very much. Hi, Magby. Happy Fishmas, everyone. It is. I muted it because of all of the feedback issues over all of Fishmas, and then absolutely, I made my pee pee poo poo stance very clear. Welcome. It simply doesn't get better than this. I am so hyped right now. What absolute joy. I enjoyed fishing. I played with the cats a bit. Please think of this place as the after party. I'm simply an MC. Stood up on the stage. I'm over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. Oh, FMC, thank you. So Al brought who? Let's. Oh, mood lighting? Yeah, would you like more mood lighting? Got more lighting going on. Big heart FMC. Moonlighting? Oh. Alexa, good night. Now it's the Late with Catbox show. Merry Fishmas, everyone. Thank you for the up tempo. If you didn't know, you can change the speed of the show, and I will change my energy levels in respect. Nightcore Doom. That's your boy Catbox. How big did I get? 44 pounds. I got 44 pounds. Is Binky off in his fortress? That's a good question. Probably. He's probably watching for a fear for me to head through to beg me for some more food. But he's been fed. He's had treats and his normal tea and dry food and fresh Binky drink, which is what I call water. Like, what else am I supposed to do for this boy? Oh!
Hello, small cat with a hat.
Hi, Wimpdor. Thank you so much for the follow. Do we want to discuss Fishmas, or are we happy to let it sit? Is there anything we want to talk about tonight? I didn't think I was going to do a stream tonight. I thought Fishmas would be enough. I thought that would satiate us. Ready? I saw the proof. 'Tis the reason. I started off with hi Wimpdor. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Really appreciate it. Funky, have a great time in D&D. I quite like the one that was like industrial. Forgot which one it was. Maybe P6. Grub was good. Oh, a scheme? Please. Oh, I love a scheme. Worm. Word. What would you have used? Useless. This little guy doesn't know nothing. He is Lumen. Let's give him a bit of mouse. Give him a bit of mouse. He caught the mouse. I had 4 mice at the start of this week. I now have 2. I don't know where 2 of them have gone. I caught him in the middle of the night last night. He was chewing up and down the remnants of the elastic, like a big thing of spaghetti. Just... And I turned the light on. I was like, "What's that?" Was Binky, but also yes, but also that's a very low bar. If that's the base level of what you're thinking about for what's a nice thing, I'm sorry about your life. I hate that that is ground zero for you. So I turned the light on, and there he was, just full goblin. Pepsi Skulls, did you hear the story? My other cat, also beloved, also my wonderful child, decided to get me out of bed one day by just peeing on my head. Up he jumped. Out came the pee. Oh, can we summon time out a good pee? I don't like that. I think here's the thing, MFSB. I know some people take a real enjoyment of that particular experience. But I do think there's some important context that needs to be arranged. Why not? It keeps forgetting. This drives me up the wall. It keeps forgetting the... No. Sorry. Tempo down. There you go. Down tempo. Exactly. But not just that. This is my child. This little creature here is my sweet baby boy. My ward. Oh, Merry Christmas, Greg Smith. Thank you so much for joining us. And this is why I wasn't that upset. But it was a shit way to start your morning. I think I reserved the right to go. In terms of mornings, that one was a bad one. Yes. Piss rich start, to be honest. What an insane thing for her to do. Can you tell us more, MFSB? Say it loud. I hope you're proud of that, because that was a very good pun. But it was at my expense, so time out, say it loud. Time out, say it loud. I forgot we're slow mode now. I'm working on Josie mode. No way. I don't believe it. Energy's back. Patch, do you want to add some energy? Not much. He's been honestly, he's been Batmaning for like weeks. Ever since I got this tree, he loves it. And I love it too. It's pretty great. Man. So I talk about? Yeah. So Josie Zone is on the way. I need someone's help, either Sean or KOT. They are the Sammy masters to get it working, but I've got like that's crazy. Hi guys. I mean, I don't mean now. I just mean like at some point. You're just better at it than me. But I can. Would you like a teaser? Would you like a teaser of Josie's Zone? Would that be a thing you enjoy? Also, wow. Also, wow. Okay. Let me just go to this, and then we just go to this, and then we just go to rice. There you go. Down there is the Josie Zone indicator. It will hopefully flash at maximum Josie. We then have full Josie, 2/3 Josie, 1/3 Josie, no Josie. And as soon as we get Josie in the chat, this is... Hi, Harry Hardy. Welcome to the Late with Catbox show. A late show without a plan. Nosy, exactly. But once a Josie turns up in the chat, I want that to stay there forever. And then I also would like some music to play, but I can't get it. My issue is, I can't get it to recognize Josies. I don't know what it is. It simply will not go. I've lost my mind. I can't make it work. Which is why I will claim the assistance on my friends who are smarter than me. It's not that they don't recognize you. I think it's just... I think I've coded it wrong. I've tried to implement wildcards. And I don't think I've accounted for the fact that every Josie is a wildcard. You never know what's going on with a Josie. Gonna start a band with some cats? Better believe it. Right. What have we been up to this week? What's been happening? I've not had a chance to stream all week. Oh, enjoy it. Oh, that was the other thing. Space now works, which you can, we can keep between me and you. I've now implemented a full space adventure. Thank you, Zainab. Thank you, Zainab. So at some point, we can go to space. Not like that. Good try, though. Like, I appreciate the effort. No, also not that.
How you made it this far with so little, I do not know. But it all ends now.
No. Space is something we can access. I mean, it can be it will be a special occasion. But when it happens, when we go to space, who knows? Literally, do not know. Will we know? Yes, when we go. Yes, of course we know. Once you see something, you know, right? This is what I've been struggling with. I don't know whether anyone else had this experience in the chat, but you know, pipe up if you want to. Otherwise, you are seen. If you've ever had an experience where you've lost connection with reality, you know, psychosis, whatever, blah 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 blah, you get this weird. That's true, yeah. We could experience it as a sort of Lovecraftian thing. You're never quite sure you're back where you were before, right? You get that whole I didn't know whether I was a butterfly dreaming I was a person or a person dreaming I was a butterfly thing. And so in that sense, we'll never know. Unless you stay awake forever, there will be a point at which your cognition stops and then starts, and you've got no guarantee that that connection is all connected in a sort of causal way. Exactly. Teaches guys how to empathy, I guess. Actually, look very grumpy up there. Like a bit mousy. I would like that. I don't know what he would cook though. He doesn't seem like a cooking guy, to be honest. He's kind of scrappy. I always imagine him as like a street tough orphan. Big jump, big shout. Oh, Patch, definitely. Binky would just have me making food 24/7. I would be an automaton for providing him treats. That's all he cares about. I mean, that's not an awful face. His fates go. Do you get the mouse? Tell you what, I'll put the mouse back at the top. You going up? Right, I'll join you in a sec. You can do it, buddy. He'll figure out. Okay. Whoa. Nice try. Big jump. He genuinely, he's always been quieter than Binky. He's always been less confident, you know, not as good at hunting. But I noticed he always liked to like jump on high things when he had the chance. So I got this in the you know, the old Amazon sales. So if we were gonna live in a capitalist dystopia, I'd like a tree for my cats, to be honest. And he's gone crackers for it. You know, it's like, it's totally changed. If he was capable of speech, he'd be talking about it like it was circuit training or whatever. Spinner size? What's that thing everyone gets into? It is a bit like they feel more comfortable higher. Like we are witnessing a power struggle here to a certain extent. Yes, yeah, whether you want to or not. It's a rare doubler. I hope this is the post-Fishmas content you wanted. And the discussion has been had. Did he hurt your head? There you go, poor fella. Yeah. Oh, my poor baby. He got a hit on the head. I love these guys too. I normally work from home on a Friday, and I love it so much because I get to hang out with these guys all day. Where are you going? I know. Okay. Okay, you gonna go play? Yes, yeah. I mean, literally rescued off of the street. Well, thank you, Rosanna. But why is that not... One of these days I'll know why it's happening. Oh yeah, genuinely, he loves the tree so much. Sorry that this late show is just cat content, but... You can do it. You can do it. Pinky is watching as well. He's waiting for him to fall off. You can do it, Patch. You're nearly there. You just need to commit to it. Yeah? In fact, I'm going to encourage him. Yeah, go on. Go on, baby. Yeah. Well done. I do have to, unfortunately, now that I've made this place a jungle gym, I do have to lock them out on a night because otherwise it's just rumpus hours. Binky is... Where? It's there. What are you doing? What is he doing? What? Are you stuck? Yes, you are. Oh, then you got out. Wait. Wow, you really are stuck. Alexa, light on.
Okay.
There you go. Are you okay? You okay, buddy? I think he's okay. I'm fairly certain he's okay. I could do that for hours. He's been freed. I have freed him. It is good for their claws for them to get stuck, though. Alexa, good night. I wish I could turn Moon on I think I would like that a lot. I'd like to be able to go from voice command from normal to moon. That'd be pretty magic. What's yips? What's yips? I don't know the phrase. Just creeping. He simply loves to creep. Oh, moon is a like Chinese import, like from Shine. I can't remember where I got it, but it's literally just a little thingy that runs off AAA batteries. I'm genuinely very impressed by it. Look at that. I see. That's interesting. Oh, no, don't do that. Thank you. Don't do that. There we go. Moon! Genuinely, this is the worst late show I've ever done. I'm too beard up. I'm too hyped up by Fishmas. Definitely unvottable. It has been a big day. I've had a big day. No thanks, sorry. I just like to think there's more show to it than... I don't believe that. There's no way this is your favorite. You are the show's guy. You know the show. There's no way. Better than Dick and Dom in the bungalow? I don't want to believe it. Thank you, Brady. That's very kind of you to say. It's normally like a little bit more direction for what I'm doing. He's gone, yeah, I'm not blocking. That's a damn lie. There's no custards, there's no nothing. Thank you, Rosanna. Are you sure? Are you sure I didn't appear in Dick and Dom in the bungalow? Yeah, I heard you had your top off, Brady. That's 2 streams you've done with your top off. Is it that a stream thing or a Brady thing? Oh, don't Buzz Josie, please don't challenge me. You can't say that to me. That's most of the big ones. That's Brady, that's everything but Bluegill. That bar's too low. That's exactly the attitude that started fining footballers. Oh. Well done, Binky. You get it. Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do? Oh, they're cracking me, lads. Absolutely cracking me, lads. In what sense? I guess there's 3 cats. Thank you. Thank you. What, because of a moon and a cat? What about the climax of Stuart Little? Did you know that in Stuart Little, in the background, in their set dressing, they had a famous painting that they didn't even know was famous? And the guy who played Furio in The Sopranos, who also knows about art, identified it from watching Stuart Little and then bought the painting and rescued it and whatever, and then he sold it for a tidy profit. The guy from The Sopranos. The guy from The Sopranos saw lost, highly valuable art in Stuart Little. He could look past Hugh Laurie, frankly killing it, as he always does, to the art, and then he made a killing. That's such a kind thing to say, Buzz Josie. It's definitely, you know what? It's Reddit trivia, is what it is. It's the sort of thing that gets upvotes on Reddit. It's nice that you have a special skill or a special interest, and then you get rewarded to the tune of hundreds of thousands of pounds. There was a guy I used to work with who is like museum invigilation, which just means you monitor the exhibits and people coming by, and it's not as interactive as like properly being customer service. And he'd been in the organization for years and years and years, and he used to just go around and fall asleep in lovely little sunny spots. The best place for it was the Winter Gardens, which are a massive conservatory, tropical plants, and when the sun comes in and the heat's going and they pipe in, like jungle sounds, you'd catch them napping in a sunbeam when you were cycling through your shift positions. Like, obviously, he's not doing a lot of work. He's having a nice time. Anyway, they did a restructure. And I know. You can do it. You almost got it. He's going to try a different approach. Well done. He's absolutely going to fall off in a second. He'd already been put onto like a casual 0 hours contract, and then they used this restructure to sort of like phase him out. Anyway, it turns out they had a mining museum which had a reverse engineered winding engine, which was a 1880 steam winding engine with a unique build. It's before they really figured out how they wanted to do the pistons, so it had an experimental piston in it. And they never really knew what to do with this winding engine. And they just assumed, someone does it. Someone fixes it. Someone keeps it working. It's been backwards connected to a diesel engine at the bottom of the building. Makes it run when the visitors come in. Turns out that guy was the only guy who knew how to fix the engine. He'd been looking after that engine for years. That's why he was there. That's why he could nap. Because he was the only guy who knew how that engine from 1880 worked. And they had to beg him to come back. I don't think he did. Also, I don't think they begged him. That's it. That's this. I like to think that that's the last days of the Roman Empire, right? Tony Balea. Tony Balea? Yaris, it's me, Tony Balea. If there's one thing I believe in, it's going to school. And also college. I really like Tony Balea. he's like second generation. In my heart, Tony Bellew is second generation. Like, parents first gen, no English. He's got English. Also, he's used to his parents not doing anything like anything else. Yarita, I'm Tony Bellew. You really are going for this under the moonlight, Dinky. Rest in peace, Netto. Do you remember Netto? Do you remember when bin men would kick your teeth in as soon as look at you? Do you not know what Netto is, Harry? Harry, are you mementoing? Harry, you have to tell me if you're mementoing. Harry, do you wake up every day and remember what you have to do that day based on a Polaroid picture with some notes written on the back? Because if you are, you might just be mementoing. Mementoing. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm glad we cleared that up. Oh, we're going late. Why are we going later? I guess it is approaching 11. MFSB, I'm not sure what we're... That's true. Probably shouldn't have programmed it to do that. At some point, I'm going to make latest, and it's going to be inverted black and white, but like maximum black. Do you remember when? Do you remember when bin men used to peck it there? Do you think? What do you think of the ending screen as well? Because this is the second time that I've done the ending stream today. Is going to be next time I do the ending stream. Also, huge shout outs to Saint Lau for making this gorgeous track. Third time. What was the first time I did ending screen today? I did? Oh, that was not the ending screen. That was actually the end screen of the space adventure that I don't know why it programmed. I think it triggered off of the Sammy programming. I need to look into that. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You knew I was starting a stream. So I think somewhere in my buttons, because the idea was, I was like, I'm going to make the space adventure run on its own. Without me having to press any buttons, I can just host. But I think I programmed it. Like a little bit broken. Like it works. I can make it work. But maybe I need to press buttons along the way. And I don't want to have to press buttons. Until I can hire someone to press buttons for me, I don't want to have to press buttons. That's okay. Next week's late show's cancelled. There you go. No FOMO. That's all you have to do. No late show next week. I don't want to do it. No, Josie. Ah! No, that's it. It's over. I'll do something else. Just doesn't need to be late zone. There we go, now we're late. We'll see, we'll see. You can just watch the VOD. Don't worry about it. Josie, don't worry about it. I got loads of VODs. Don't worry about it. Josie. I don't even notice. They talk about the no... Actually, I was working on getting it to play clips. The issue is I don't get that many clips. Like, I even put a circle up here. Yeah, I just don't like people going FOMO. What's this? Yes, oh, I know I hit the follower goal. Why would you tell me again? I also don't get in a lot of clops. I do get some clops. Thank you for the clops. I knew, Oracle, I knew for a fact it was going to devolve into arguing about either the ratio from grams to pounds or whatever, or the accuracy of the reporting. I knew, and I could see Sean was trying his best not to let it devolve into that, but he just loves arguing too much. It's like, you know when you put those pennies in the charity thing? Oh yeah, like, Oracle, I can do it. This is what should tell you about streaming. Of course it was the highlight, but you can't deny that that's the pickle in your burger, Sean. That's the bit you're like, ugh. Ugh. Oh, don't get dramaturgical with me. You just like a rumble. Exactly. There's a moment where I thought I was going to get away with a complete heist. There was a moment where I thought I was going to get Elizabeth Holmes, The Graduate, into because I don't normally pull that sort of prank. This is the thing, if you don't pull that prank all the time, you just do it once every so often. Josie Russell, the true Oracle of Truth. Oracle of Truth. The true Josie Russell. Have I told you about the time when I convinced a child that I was called Pikachu? Is that a story you remember? Right? Show me the proof and I'll believe it. Okay, I mean it's a short story. So this is back when I was teaching. When you're teaching, and I was a trainee teacher at the time, they tell you not to let the kids know your first name because they feel too familiar and they feel like they got power over you, right? They can call you by your first name. Now, I never really believed in that. I feel like if people can't respect you if they call you by your first name, they don't really respect you. Like, you should be able to respect me and call me Chris. You shouldn't have to say sir or Mr. to respect me. I don't think that should be necessary. No, please do tell. I'll finish this story and then we'll pick it up. No, but you should be able to... No, you should call me sir to show your respect. That's the term. Like, we figured it out. We've got a whole hierarchy. We've got hats and garters and kings and stuff. This has been figured out and I want no part of it. I don't want your respect. I demand it. Imperator. Anyway. And a couple of particularly one of the naughtier kids that I had in my form group figured out that I was hiding this information, which I didn't really want to hide. And I kept having him back for detentions. So he kept misbehaving, he kept, he wouldn't get with the program. The usual stuff. Secondary school, but also, hang fire, let me count. I was 24, 25. Binky, he's just waiting. He's storing energy, waiting, looking at the route that I will go when he can stop begging me for food. Oh yeah, wow. Like I was a child myself, and there were people that I was training with, because I went and I worked in, like normal jobs, and then I went to teacher training. There were people who did not do a normal job. They went school, sixth form, university, teacher training, teaching, and they never left that. And it was crazy, because I was getting furious that I was being required to stay back till like 7:30 every night, and I stopped getting paid at 3:30. I was like, that's not how jobs work. You get paid for the time it takes for you to do your job, and if they stop paying you, you don't do your job, and they have to figure out how much they need to. 7:30 was an early finish for me in those days. I was staying until 8, 9 every night, because I was training at the time as well, right? So I'm doing training plus a full job. Yeah, it's not worth it. This is the thing. It's not made easy. And because working with kids is so rewarding, they can take advantage. It's like working in the arts. People want to work in the arts. They can take advantage of people. People want to work with kids because it's so rewarding, and it is so soul nourishing, and it is wonderful, and they are fantastic. You hear a sentence that you've never heard, like literally no one said the sentence before in the entire history of the world, and you hear that every day, at least 2 or 3 times a day. Wild. They're still feral. They're not fully socialized yet. Anyway, so this lad, you know what I mean? Like, you see people, you see these kids transform into the adults they're going to be, or at least you can see the start of the trajectory, and you can affect that trajectory. It should be the best job in the world, and it's fucked that it isn't. It is insane that it isn't. Anyway, so we're stuck back, and he's like, "Oh, sir. Oh, thanks, Mankby. Yeah. Well, I came to it. The problem was I came to it through youth work, and youth work is usually, the last or penultimate chance for you to interact with that kid in like a formal environment. So your instinct and the way that you're trained is, if you lose this kid, the kid could be lost forever. If they don't want to come to this evening thing or this work thing or this sports thing or whatever, you might not have another chance. So it's all about the pastoral care. It's all about making sure that they are comfortable and happy. And then I went into teaching, and they were like, okay, I need you to be angrier. And I was like, I don't want to be angry. And they were like, no, you need to be angrier so that they're scared of you, so that they want to do the homework for you. It's like, okay, but I don't want to be angry. I don't want my day-to-day job is me either feigning or working myself up into a state of anger so that kids are scared of me, so that they do, like, if I'm not good enough to do carrot, I just won't do it. I don't want to do it stick. I'm sorry. So he says to me in detention, he says, "Sir, what's your first name?" And I'm like, "You know I'm not supposed to tell you." He's like, "Oh yeah. But we're mates though, right?" Because he's spent every lunchtime for the last 2 weeks with me because he's been so badly behaved. I'm like, "Yeah, of course we're mates." "But I am your teacher. You can't know my first name. We can get along, but you can't know my first name." He was like, "Oh, come on. I was like, "All right. If it means that much to you. And I will tell you why I don't let anyone know. My parents had me in the 90s. I was born in 1992. And he was like, "Oh, sir, you're so old." English. I taught English, but this was my form class, so it didn't really matter. It was all PSHE stuff. And he was like, in the 90s, Pokemon had just come out, and Pokemon was huge. Pokemon was the biggest thing in the world. And so they decided that my first name would be Pikachu. And he was like, No. I was like, "Yes, why do you think I don't want people to know?" It's a silly name, but it's my parents gave it to me and I love them, so I can't get rid of it. He was like, no. And I just, and you don't, like, I don't normally pull that sort of joke. I don't normally pull that sort of prank. Oh, thank you, Harry. Wait until we get to the denouement. Oh, I knew exactly what he was going to do. So next lesson I have him, because I also had him for English. He's there on the table right near me. You're like the first... No, you're jumping ahead. So he's on the table with, like... He's, like, literally on my right with all of the kids that I want to keep an attention on. And he goes, "Oh, do you know I know Sir's name?" And it's like everything stops. "Oh, Sir's name. You know Sir's name?" I was like, "I asked you not to share it." He was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't." And then we got on with the lesson a bit, and I could hear him going, "Sir's name is actually Pikachu. Sir's name is actually Pikachu." I was pretending not to hear it. And the rest of the kids on the table were like, "No, it's not. Yes. It took me ages. I got it out of him in detention." They were like, "No, he's had you." Well, look, if he wants to play pranks, I'm happy to play pranks, but he needs to realize I'm here to win. Very genuine, very canny lad. One that education just did not fit. He's definitely going to go on and do something great, but here's the thing though, Harry. I'm not the trickster. But every so often, there's a little twinkle in my eye. You can never be sure. Well, that's why I am the trickster, but I'm not the trickster. If you do a trick every time, yeah, MFSB, I've had 1, 2, 3 beers, and I've been playing Fish Game. And I've had major work done on my mouth to get my teeth straight, so it doesn't work so good as everyone else's. I've sorry. It's just not the quality I've got. I'm giving it all I've got. Teletubbies and Pokemon debuting in 2 days is insane. That's the world changing. Imagine if you were there for that. I can remember the first episode of... Well, no, you made me feel bad. Now you've made me feel bad. I just wanted to do a little trinkle. And now you make... MFSB, you've been trinkled by the best. Yes! Yes! That's messed up, Josie. I remember the first episode I saw of Pokemon was the episode where Caterpie looks at the moon and he's like trying to talk to Pikachu and he doesn't fit in, and it genuinely made me cry, and I was like, this is cinema. That was the first show I ever saw. I was like, oh my god, moon? I lost my mind. I mean, I'll be honest, it's mainly been the beers. I can talk for a long time and not mess up words. It's mainly the beers. And as I drank them myself, it's on me. You flatter me.
I'm bored of talking about cake.
Why is that guy here? Why does he keep turning up? Why does that guy keep turning up? I don't know. He just keeps turning up. Every so often he keeps turning up. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing. That's the weirdest thing about it. Is he still on telly? I hope he's still on telly. It's nice to see a Northerner do well. Oh. Yeah, we'll never know. We'll never know. Even though it's definitely been VODed at the time that I explained exactly what does it. Maybe watch a VOD. I'm very. Do you know what? I'm very kiki. I'm very kiki tonight. Exactly. Exactamonte. Right. Give me a 2-3. Good luck. Give me a minute. Either I stop the stream now or you give me a minute and I come back and I have another beer. Is that okay? Can I have a break? Who's still here? Sound off. Am I allowed to have a little break? Oh god. Oh, we're living well. We are living... Focus, please. Thank you. We are living well. Oh, yeah. If I'm going beyond 11, I'm getting cozy. I'm having a little pan of chocolate from Aldi. I'm tugged up. We're going late. I have my final beer. Oh, and Uddy! Brady, how do you find it? Genuinely, I wasn't into it. My mum was like, oh, do you want one? Because they're on offer. I was like, yeah, my favourite thing. Wait for a sale. Uddy does the sales, and they are good quality. Like, they're soft. You just don't ask what else is off to allow the top to be on. I mean, they are, like... Oh, yeah. I could be... I could have all sorts of costumes on under this. Or no costumes. Nope. You could Donald Duck. Saint Laub, that's the benefit. Yes, here we go. Oh. Standing cross-leg yoga pose. Ooh. I've been getting into Zen koans. You'll have noticed from some of the streams, but also meditation. And I love it. When you get it good, when you properly get into it, being in like a no brain state, oh my god. I understand why people built like big old temples about it. I tell you who else loves this. Binky loves this. Whenever I'm on the couch, Binky comes. And sits and curls up in this. Yeah, koan. Yeah. Would you like a koan? Koan. Official record. Of course, the sound of one hand clapping is. You'd love a koan? Okay. Apologies if you've heard this one before. A monk was walking through the town one day when he overheard... Oh, okay. I'm fine. So a koan is a riddle or a puzzle that you're supposed to think on. And the idea is that there is a paradoxical, deeper meaning at the core of it. And as you puzzle through it, it guides you towards a sense of Zen and the reality or unreality of things as it may be. So there's a very, very simple koan, which is the monk Joshu was asked earnestly by a student, can a dog have Buddha nature? To which the monk Joshu replied, moo. And moo in this sense is moo meaning nothing. And you know, you can puzzle that round and round and round and round. Does he mean no, he can't? A dog can't reach Buddha-like enlightenment? Or does he mean that dogs understand nothing and therefore are Buddha-like? And you just go round and round and round. Or the sound of one hand clapping. That's the prototypical one. I think a better prototypical one is an elderly farmer tended to his fields for years and years and years in the same village and was regarded as quite wise. One day, his horse broke out from the enclosure. The fence post broke, the horse escaped. And it was his only horse. All his neighbours knew it was his only horse. And so they rushed over to him and they said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, you've lost your only horse. How terrible. What terrible misfortunes happened to you? How will you plough your fields? How will you move things around?" And the old farmer replied, "We'll see." Later that week, the horse returns with 2 wild horses. And they all trotted into the paddock. How the farmer had 3 horses. He was the richest man in the village. And all the villagers gathered around and they said to the farmer, "How fortunate. How did you know? How are you so wise? That you knew things would turn out for the best." And the farmer simply replied, "We'll see." Later on, the next week, the farmer's son tried to tame the wild horses, and he was thrown off the horse's back and he broke his leg. And a terrible injury. And again, the villagers gathered round. They said, "How terrible, your only son is injured. He's broken his leg off a wild horse. How terrible, what terrible misfortune. We're so sorry." And the farmer simply replied, "We'll see." The next month, army recruiters passed through the village looking for able-bodied men, and they took all of the sons in the village away to fight in the war. Except for the farmer's son, who'd broken his leg and it was still healing. And all of the villagers turned to the farmer and they said, "What did you know? How did you know that this was good fortune? How on earth did you know everything would turn out for the best in the end?" And the farmer simply looked at all the other villagers and said, "We'll see." And that, I think, is like the best koan. How's it going to end? It just keeps going round and round and round and round and round. You can add as many. Oh, Imp, I'm sorry. Check the VOD. That's life in it. Yeah, could just say, it is what it is. Whatever. But it kind of has like a moral at the heart of it. But then when you inspect the moral, like, there's no moral. He just says, "We'll see." He just responds to everything by saying, "We'll see." And that farmer was a parrot. But you go round and round and round, and it's something for you to think about when you're meditating. I really love it. Would you like me? Where did you lose? Imp, where did you lose? Sorry, because I'm running ads because I'm interested in how much money you can get from ads. It's as simple as that. Part of the reason I do this is I like messing with engagement and stats and stuff. So I'm sorry for the ads. But it's interesting seeing how much people see ads and stuff. Oh, I don't keep the money. Money all just goes. No, genuinely, I've got a couple of thank you so much, by the way, Maggie, for your generosity. I've got like a couple of things that come out. Why would you do that, Harry? Why would you do that? Actually, I'm less interested in why you would do that. I'm more interested in why you would tell me that. Why would you decide that it's an appropriate thing to tell me? No, I've moved past that. I immediately moved past that. We'll see. God damn. Reception, that's a beautiful button on that bit. I wish I'd come up with it. You're right. You're absolutely right, Harry. Can't argue with that. So the 3 horses. Then the next one is the son of the farmer tries to ride one of the horses. The horse bucks him off. He breaks his leg. All the villagers come around. They say, "I'm so sorry. It's a terrible, terrible misfortune." The farmer simply says, "We'll see." Next month, army recruiters come by. They take all the able-bodied young men from the village, except for the farmer's son, because his leg is still broken. All the villagers are amazed. They're like, "Wow, how did you know? How did you know everything will turn out for the best? How? Blah, blah, blah. You said we'll see." And the farmer simply says, "Well, we'll see." So at the end, he's in exactly the same level of doubt, the same level of receptiveness to the universe. Good fortune, bad fortune, it all evens out in the end. We'll see. That's what I take from it anyway. And I find that very... And that son's name was Tony Blair. Oh, none of it really matters, yeah. I mean, that's the core of Zen, is that state of realizing the unreality of the world or whatever. You're welcome, Imp. I'm sorry it didn't have as much verve as the original one, but I thought let's get it quick in case another ad turns up. I love these though. I absolutely love these. These are like just stick in me head, go round and round and round. Can a dog have a Buddha-like nature? Can I have a good time thinking about a dog that's like the Buddha? What do you mean? My favourite one, because they get very archaic, like they are so distant, some of them, that they need to be like it reaches like Bible scripture levels of complexity. Why would I have to shave a dog? Oh, I guess their hair gets long. Beautiful. And vice versa. You ever been the victim of your own success? You ever wanted something and then you got it and then you're like, oh no, this wasn't good. Yeah, you try and tell a dog to be vegan. Buddha-like nature is plus special attack plus defense. I feel like Buddha-like nature would be plus special defense down attack, right? Attack is the physical, right? The physical world. You're rejecting the physical world. You can make them drink, though. Have you heard about the stories of dogs that go to pubs and drink beer? Like, I like that reception. I really like that, but I feel that being Buddha-like is a rejection of the physical world and also a capacity to deal with the metaphysical. Yes. Oh, shit. Thank you for reminding me, Harry. Please do tell us about the teacher. I need a Oh my, okay. Good night, Buzz Josie. Thank you so much for joining us so late. What time is it?
I'm bored of talking about cake.
Why did that guy turn up there? Sleep well. Good shifts. You are the hero I clap for when I clap for the NHS. That I don't... No, Harry, that doesn't make sense. Harry... Harry, that doesn't make sense. What does that mean? Like, if that was a chosen name, like, yeah, absolutely, but break his DBS, but if your family name was paedophile, there's no reason why you shouldn't. No, please, run me through it again. I might get it this time. I just feel like there's a... No. A couple of them have seen me again. I didn't teach for that long, so I didn't teach that many kids. And they mainly call me sir. Which is a weird thing to be called. It wasn't... The Pikachu thing ended with that lad being sort of told by the rest of his table to say, like, no, sir's had one on you. Sorry, I can't believe you believe that. Like, it was a complete victory for me, which is quite rare in my teaching career, to be honest. I think the only time I did better was when a couple of the kids we were talking about ghosts in A Christmas Carol, and a couple of kids who'd tragically lost a parent. I like to think so. I like to think that he realized that he's not the only one bored in this room. Like, I think that was what I wanted to get across. We're all bored. We all don't want to do Macbeth. What if it was a double bluff though, St. Lau? So the way a couple of these kids wanted to mess with me is they wanted to use the fact that they'd lost a parent and make me awkward. They were like, this guy seems like this sort of guy that I can make awkward. But what they didn't realize is very much like the gif from the Avengers where Mark Ruffalo of 13 going on 30 fame says, that's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry. That's my secret. I'm always awkward. You can't make me more awkward. I'm always awkward. Now you got to deal with it. I came here like this. I'm like this when I'm on my own. Oh, Harry, if that's the case, I've got a movie for you. You think that's good? You wait until Christopher Nolan spends 2 hours doing like a GoldenEye ROM hack version of James Bond. So, midway through the lesson, I'm talking about how the Victorians believed in ghosts and really interested in ghosts, right? They discovered a load of new things like electricity, and they were like, oh, maybe ghosts are real. Maybe we just haven't got the sight because we've discovered all these other missing things, these mysterious things. Maybe we can figure it out. And so these kids were like, and they kept doing it like mid-lesson. They were like, oh, if ghosts are real, does that mean I can see my dad again? And I think they thought I was going to buckle to it, but I knew exactly what they were doing. It's like, no, Ghosts aren't real. But little did they know that there was a young bairn in the class who'd lost both parents. And after they tried that trick a couple of times, they piped up and said, "Can you shut up, please?" At which point they realised what they'd done. And they were hoisted by their own petard. We'll see. Genuine. All three of them, absolute treats to work with. But the third, the young bairn who lost his parents, I'd kill for them. I've not seen them in, 6 years? Someone says, "Oh, they're in trouble. We need you." I'd kill for them. I don't care. Once you earn my loyalty, that's it. That's for life. You put up the cat symbol, I'm there. My hoodie, my space hoodie. Yeah, I had short hair and I got sick. And it felt bad. It felt bad on my face. Also, I'm gonna have to do some job interviews soon. And people like it when you're clean shaven. I don't love it. I'm not happy about it. It was too much. I mean, I don't think I'm ever trimmed and proper. I just don't have the skin for it. I don't know whether you're deliberately referencing the time that someone on TikTok said I would look like Mr. Bean. But if you are, well done. I don't know. I don't like having looks. I don't like... Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you watch the video, I do look a lot like Mr. Bean in it. You just said Mr. Bean again, Jam. Jam, you just said Mr. Bean again. I do know Mr. Ben. I love Mr. Ben. What do you want? Do you want a takeaway? Do you want to get a takeaway? I remember the only Mr. Ben book I had, he became a knight, I think. I remember as a kid thinking like, why do they have armor? It's not a suit. Genuinely, I wish I had a thing I can bring up, be like, okay, it's real Catbox hours now. Do we want real Catbox hours? On the rice? What does that mean? No, Josie said up to you, so... Right. you look at the date that the Home Pride man was designed, right? Like, you look at the cleanliness of the design. The Home Pride man would fit inside of Adventure Time. You could put him as an Adventure Time character and he would fit in. That's how ahead of his time the Home Pride man was. For some reason, my paternal grandparents had a Home Pride man that they hung in a sort of rattan dish above their bathroom and shower. I never understand why. I wish I knew where that was now. Yeah, it's big. Jamba, what does RCBH means? Real Catbox hours. There you go. Okay. Real Catbox hours. How would I represent it? KOT. How bad was it? Did you know my work's doing Christmas Carol next year? Do you want to come see the show with me? Can I invite you as a... If I'm still working there, I am actively looking to leave because it's grim at the moment. But I'd love to invite you as like the #1 Christmas Carol influencer. Nice. You can have a sleepover. I think I would represent Real Catbox Man hours by... No, it's not the place. People. I do think they should do that. I tell you how I do Real Catbox Man hours. You know that bit in... you know that bit in Fleabag where everyone's like, oh, this is so clever, and it's literally just a fourth wall break. It's been done so many times. It's been done a gazillion times. It's just the first time a lot of people have experienced it. I don't like Fleabag, I'm sorry. It's too posh. I've just seen too many solo shows by upper class women in my life. That's it. It's literally that's it. It's just not that good. Is it pretty good? Yeah, it's fine. Of course she's an aristo. She got a 3-star at the Fringe for one run, and then she got a BBC programme. How else does it happen? Here's the thing. It's not a bad show. It's not world-breaking. It's not groundbreaking. She manages to get some of the best actors in the world to play in it. She's got Coleman, Oscar winner. She's got the guy who is from Sherlock, who always looks spooky. Andrew Scott. Thank you, reception music. But that's not her. This is the thing. It's not her. And then the fact that it's Fit Priest, whatever, it's got nothing to do with the show. He's just hot. And yearning is hot. She gives him a nice reason to yearn. This is why I'm like, everyone's going crazy about the show with Barry Keoghan? You know, the young Irish lads. who's like amazing in everything he's in. He came out of the care system and he fucking smashes every single movie, steals every scene. He looks a little bit like this all the time. Everyone's going crazy about that at the moment. And it's done by that bloody Fennel who collected one of her BAFTAs from her crazy room during lockdown that looked like Blenheim Paris. Here's the thing, if you think about that film, because I've to be fair, I've done the bad review thing where I've read a synopsis and decided I didn't like it. Yeah, it turns out living life makes you better at representing life. In that film is about why you shouldn't interact with the lower classes because they'll take over. There's a moment in Virginia Woolf's what's that last one? I can't remember the names. I can't remember it. But basically, there's a moment in one of Virginia Woolf's stories where her character's walking past a working class woman who's begging outside of a tube station in London. And the way she describes her is she describes the woman fading into a recursive series of images of ancient people just going again and again and again and again. And they're like the people of the world, and they kind of spring up like fungi. And there's nothing you can do. They're not even... This is the point. They're not even human to her. They just fade into this. And it's her... But it's made by that Fennel lass. This is the thing, Harry. It's made by that Fennel lass. And she's going to make a load of money, and she's going to get awards and stuff off the back of some people's talent that isn't hers. And the story itself is a horror story, which is... What if less posh people came to try and take away your posh people's stuff? And everyone in the posh family's lovely. Everyone's in the posh family's lovely. And they're so nice and they're so kind. And they live in this beautiful house. You have a very welcome reception. Oh, and you let them in. Oh, you let them in and they take everything and they drink your bath water. Middle class, working class, it's all the same to them. It doesn't matter, it's not them. That's the point of the film, the two are equitable. It doesn't matter whether he was working class or middle class. It's the fact that he was allowed into their environment. And to be fair, maybe I'm bullshitting because I've not seen it. Because I hate that person's stuff. But whatever. Very Zizek of me. I'm sure there's like a shit ton of great redeeming features about it. I'm sure there's a ton of amazing... Yeah, it's Fennel. Amazing people working on it, but all of those kudos are going to go to this writer, and she's going to benefit from her connections, her money, her influence, and the talent of all these other people. And that's all I see when I see that movie. I see a moderately talented writer catapulted to the top of the ladder. And receiving huge amounts of lauds. Which is exactly the issue I have. Yeah, she doesn't use her proper name. She won't go by her proper name because it'd be too embarrassing. Like, absolutely, Harry, I would love the film. I love Barry Keoghan. I'd watch that guy brush his teeth. I'm just sick of posh people in the arts, you know. I don't particularly want to apologize for it. Oh, real Catbox man hours. That was it. It would be an otherwise unacknowledged camera of, well, yeah, of course. Like, I'm not a dick. These are people who are good at what they do. There's a reason why they're successful. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is good at what she does. It's not, no one is denying her talent. I think the issue is that there isn't a conversation about how she reached that level of talent and how she approached it and how easy it was for her to access it. When I don't want to get to end of film Harrison Ford, Blade Runner. Thank you. Thank you, St. Laub. Everyone else, wrong. I don't want to get too Blade Runner-y, right? That bit at the end. But I've seen art like you wouldn't believe. I've seen shows that would rip your heart out. And you wouldn't even notice it's gone until 2 weeks later. You're sat on a bus stop and you're crying and you're thinking, why am I crying? And you don't even... And the people that make that art won't get a 10th, 100th of the opportunities that Emerald Fennell will get in a weekend because of the circumstances of her birth. Because of the fortune that she's had. The arts is not a meritocracy. And it sickens me. And it's nothing against them. It's nothing against them. It's not. It's the ignorance of how they got where they are that annoys me. If you're playing mini golf and someone clips one of their balls and they jump over the hole in front of you and you're like, hey, sorry, you're actually in the hole in front of me and you should be behind me because I started before you. And they say, well, actually, I've got a load of reviews from my dad's mates that write at the Independent and the Telegraph that say I should be here at this hole in front of you. And then you just have to sit and take it. And that happens every day for years and years and years. Maybe you'd find that annoying too. Am I off on one? Am I too much? Anyway, the real Catbox Man hours would be an insanely high quality camera that's previously unused and only used for me talking to it in very short asides. Like, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm too jaded or what. I want to get on board. I want to get on board the float. I want to have the nice, fun arts times. But there's a section of our population who've never had to worry about where their next meal's coming from, and there's a section of the population who have. And the line is surprisingly blurry. How dare you call back me MFSB? Exactly, they don't understand. Also, a budget is not that's all you've got. If they really wanted to do that, they should take all money from them but €2. But that's not what they do. They say, here you go in the kiddie park. Go play at being poor. Go move to Manchester or to Leeds or to Newcastle and go in a dingy flat for a while. I own black mold. I was raised in it. Ugh. I don't like this. I don't like this on me. I don't like any of it. Can we do a hard reset? Can I do a hard reset on this? I don't... Okay, we're going to do a hard reset. What should we hard reset? There you go. What should I wear? Have I got anything fun? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I need to save it for something else. Of course I'm still wearing the Dungos. Welcome to the Late with Catbox show. I would love to be, you know, the guy who's a turnip in Howl's Moving Castle. I think that's what the energy I would like to have. I would like people to look at me and go, this guy is a turnip. I like his vibe. Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. Thank you, Josie. I don't know what that means. Where did I get this? I got this from a prop store at a place I used to work at. I returned about 90% of the hats. But a couple of them I forgot and they just live with me now. I'll be honest, there's a lot of stuff that I've taken from them. And I could continue to take. They love me there. And they don't use those props that often. How... Josie, I knew you did Duolingo. How am I supposed to know that? What level of omnipotence are you expecting from me? You're just posting nonsense. Which I love. I don't do... There's my problem. I don't do social media no more. I don't do social media no more. I hate social media. All I do... Here's the social media that I do. I go on TikTok. occasionally on a morning I'll make a TikTok video. I scroll through TikTok sometimes, and if I see a video of animals that I think are cute, I send them to my friends. That's it. Sorry, I also do all of this. But that's... I don't do Twitter no more. The only things I get in terms of news... But Josie posts about parsnips. I don't know what panas are. Or at least I forgot. Maybe I did forget. Maybe it's too late. I know there's a whole lot. I've seen the GIFs. I've seen the screen grabs. I'm just not going to pick up that it's panas. I'm going to think it's some sort of banana. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I would like it to make sense to me. I don't like that. Oh, I gathered that, Josie Pet Lamb, I gathered that through context. Yeah, and the Catbox for Welsh is gullible. It's written on the ceiling. Why was the message only for yourself? I don't think it's not true. Why was the message only for yourself? Usually, messages are a two-person... No, don't rattle me. Saint Lab, don't rattle me, Cage. You'll boggle me. Josie, you Pikachu'd me. Josie, I've been completely Pikachu'd by... Oh, that really, really made me chuckle. No, that's never going to be true, Josie Russell. Josie Russell is going to be commentating the F1. Of course. Right, let me open my eyes. Ah, there. Thank you, MFSP. Give me some visual exercise. We're approaching midnight, which will make this the latest late show I've ever done. Which in itself is a form of progress. because it means that the antidepressants that I'm on aren't making me as tired as before. I do need a latest. I'd like to know what that would look like. Not yet. Not yet, Harry. But I do think I've just caught eye of myself in the screen preview. My eyes are looking a little bit red. Like I'm looking at red things. You ever seen a big plate of strawberries? No. Ooh. What do fish go into? Bucket day? Fish go in a bucket? Net day. Can day. Live well day. MFSB. I think live well. Live well day sounds like a day I like to do. Netto day I would also go for. Yeah, it's a good old midnight now. Okay. Well, I'll click that. Hangfire. Here's a rake. Oh, thank you, Rosanna. Thank you for joining us vicariously. Does that work? I think you're rejoining us now. At wind down time. I think I need to wind down. Rosanna, how shall we land this stream? Thank you, Saint Loud. My music maestro. I mean, maybe, but I just... What, the Daredevil, the comic character? I'll be honest. What, my cats or Samsek? Just look at me. Just look at me. There's just not much more Late Show in me. Yeah, there's not much late. Look at how tired these eyes are. I ain't got nothing. What a lovely way to end the stream, Jambuds. That's true. That is very true. But Rosanna saying that makes me kind of want to go longer. I think maybe I could fight through this. Do you think I could fight through this? No, I don't think so. I think I could stream for another 2 hours. I think I could go for another 2 hours. But here's the thing, you'd need to keep chatting. As soon as... I'm going to start a timer. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not want to go late? I'm sorry. Are you saying that you don't want to stay out late doing the late show? Interesting. Why might you not want to stay out super late for the late show? Oh, Maggie, that's not fair. I think it's because it's been real Catbox hours. Rosanna, sorry, we're going 2 more hours. You better crank those eyes open. We're going to talk about... What are we going to talk about? Do you know what? I don't like that. The only time we talk about... the beatings will continue until morale improves. Thank you, Saint Loud. Yeah, this is it. And Josie, thank you so much for having a nice time. Yes, let's assemble an exit. It's been a long one. No, thank you for joining me. I don't think you realize I get more out of this than you do. Oh, nothing. I got what? Another 2 weeks of work and then I get some time off? Maybe I'll do some streams. It'd be nice to do some streams. If I'm really lucky, I'll get sick and I won't have to go to work. Just not having a nice work time. That's the nature of work. If you enjoyed it, it wouldn't be work. Oh my god, yes. Yes. It's block time. I genuinely, this last couple of days, I've been desperate for block time and I've been hoping it started early and I could jump it on. I don't know what we're going to do. I just want to get cozy, to be honest. I don't have the energy to like make big builds. I just want to make a little hut. And maybe a broth. Anyway. Let's say ta-ta. Thank you everyone who's joined me this evening for what has been yet another Late with Catbox show. And I'll be honest, probably the latest. Night night, Brady. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, do you want me to... Oh. I'll say that. I mean, me too. To be honest, this is what keeps me going throughout the week. I've got to have this at the end. That's it. Who's speaking Brythonic in my chat? How dare you? It would be remiss of me not to say thank you to everyone who supported me tonight, including Wimpdog, who followed me. Funky Mr. Chicken, Stream Philanthropist as always, giving a gift sub to Albrot and King of Time, and of course MFSB for subscribing. And a special shout out to Emerald Fennels for achieving everything she's did. Happy Trinkle. Poor light beers. Getting old. I used to drink half a bottle of Jägermeister every night. Now, you can finish 4 Babby beers. Not long. Of course, Tony Bellier. Do you know what? There's some good moments in this. I wish I could remember any of them. Good night, my friends. I hope next week brings to you. It has been. It's been loosey-goosey. I hope next week brings to you everything you deserve and nothing that you ordered on Amazon. But also that you get a refund and then you get the thing like a week later. So it's like double. And you stole double off Jeff Bezos. That's what I wish. Good night, my friends. And thank you for joining me for yet another Late with Catbox show. I return every Friday night, whether it's a good idea or not. Please take care of yourselves. You are the entirety of my heart. Good night. Let's go to the ending screen.
If fate can be changed on a whim, if the future is malleable, then there is no divine destiny. All this means nothing.